Welcome back to another episode of Stressless Cooks. So the location has changed for today. Normally we're at Aunt Christine's house, but we happen to be at my house in my kitchen, and it's just me. So this is real people doing real things. I'm actually, it's during my lunch break for my 9-to-5 job, and I'm gonna see if I can get these flourless, eggless brownies in the oven and cooked. So I had some really ripe bananas left, looking like this, looking extra crazy. And we don't have any eggs in the house. We just ate our last egg and we need to go to the grocery store. So I was like, I can't make banana bread because I need an egg. And then I saw this recipe on social media for 3-ingredient brownies. So the ingredients are just the bananas, peanut butter, and then some cocoa powder, which I have. So I'll share that recipe list with you guys up here on the screen. But yeah, we're just gonna get started. This is 3 ingredients, so I need to preheat the oven to 350. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So now that I've preheated the oven to 350, I've also gathered all of my ingredients in one place so I don't have to go searching in my pantry for everything, and I can just get started. So as always, mise en place, everything in place. And this is what my station looks like. To be honest, I don't know what size pan I'm gonna use, so we'll figure that out. And then I have parchment paper right here. I've never actually put parchment paper in baking items. I feel like whenever I freeze like chocolate, I do it. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can make it this time with parchment paper. I never actually use parchment paper when I'm baking. Obviously that's like what it's for, but I normally do it if I do like chocolate covered dates and I need to put them in the freezer and separate them and stuff like that. That's normally when I do parchment paper, but I'm gonna try it out today because I'm too lazy to line the pan with butter. Anyways, let's get started. Okay, so we have our 3 ripe bananas that we're gonna place in the bowl. Half a cup of peanut butter. Then I need a half a cup of cocoa powder. So I actually measured over a bowl that was not the bowl that I'm mixing everything in, just so we can make sure our measurements are as accurate as possible. So now we're going to mash this bad boy up. This is looking like regular brownie consistency, baby. Like, I'm so surprised. This is most definitely like regular brownie consistency. Now we're gonna put it in the pan and bake it for, the recipe called for like 25 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. And if you hear barking, that's my child. He's in the crate, my dog. He's in the crate, he hears me talking and he wants to be involved, but he's just too much. So we'll parchment paper this pan. So I'm gonna measure a little bit bigger than the pan. So then I have the option of pulling the parchment paper out when the brownies are done. How do people get the parchment paper to stay? And let's get started. And now we clean. Never cooking without cleaning. So there's no eggs in this recipe, so if you want, you can finish off the pan. Tastes like peanut butter, banana chocolate. So I assume that's what the brownies are gonna taste like. Obviously that's the ingredients, but yeah. There's no rules against eating the batter because there are no raw eggs in here. And we wait for about 30 minutes. in the meantime, I'm gonna clean. Yes, little man. You want some attention? You wanna be let out? You wanna be let out? He's just concerned with what mommy's doing because he hears me in here talking to you guys, and he is like, who is mommy talking to? Who else is here? And he just wants to know. And he also wants a treat, but he has been complaining all day long and he hasn't been the nicest, so no treat, sir. Can you say hi to everybody? Can you say hi? Hi, baby. You want to give him a kiss? Can you give him a kiss? Can you give him a kiss? Oh, that was so nice of you. You're so nice. Mama loves you. You smell the brownies? Don't they smell good? I bet you smell the peanut butter. Oh, hi, baby. Oh, thank you for the kisses. Okay, so I added 8 more minutes to the recipe for a total of 30 minutes. And I am going to check to see if they're done. Okay, it's questionable. If I'm being honest, it's questionable. It seems like it's extra gooey now. Like, were my bananas too ripe? I don't know. I'm gonna leave it in there for a few more minutes. Like, I don't know if it's that big of a deal just because I didn't use eggs. In the recipe, there was no eggs in there, but I'm gonna have it in there for a little over 30 minutes and we're gonna see because that's a little bit too moist for my liking. You know what I'm saying? But the question is, does it taste good? Doesn't taste like brownie. It tastes like peanut butter banana chocolate. It tastes like the batter. So I'm not mad about it. So I'm gonna let it in there for like maybe 5 more minutes. I'm not even gonna put the timer back on, like whatever. It is what it is. I'm also like so tall that it's hard to fit in the frame. But yeah. So I'm gonna wait a few more minutes and we shall see. Okay, so I went for it, I took them out. I'm gonna let them rest for a second before I try to munch on them. So here they are. Oh my gosh, who knew? I should have been using parchment paper since forever, like especially with banana bread next time because it was so easy to get out of the container. Anyways, here's the final product. I think this looks pretty good. And this is like the thickness. Okay, the ultimate taste test. Here we go. Cutting into it. Okay, it's fudgy. It's fudgy. It is a solid, so. Yum. So yeah, that was 3-ingredient brownie, flourless, eggless, vegan brownies. Nice and fudgy. This is like the consistency of it. It's nice and thin. It's not the cutest, but hey, it works. Anyways, thank you for hanging out with me and watching Stressless Cooks, and I will see you next time. Cheers.